Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Third Life recap. These are our same two hosts from the Cheap Beast podcast. I'm Hans,
I'm Noah.
and our in-game names are Way2K and Cheap Beast.
Yeah, I guess I
I
could
guess
have
it's the same
explained
as our
that.
channel names.
Yeah,
too,
they're the
so.
same. Nothing's different. I almost went with my old name, and then I realized you could change your Minecraft name for
Once a month.
once a month. I didn't even know you could do that. I thought it was like a permanent thing, like a gamer tag.
I was really afraid it was going to be a permanent thing. But anyways, thank you everybody for coming to join. If you have not seen the Third Life series yet, I highly recommend checking out our videos on my channel Way2K or Noah's newer channel,
I think it's Cheap Beast Gaming is what I'm going to stick with for now.
CBG.
Nah, I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like cutting it all the way down to that. But
Cheap Beast Gaming.
yeah,
I like
we need to get a logo made up for that real quick so it doesn't look like some random channel.
Hey, I'm excited. I think our channels will grow a lot with this, and maybe you'll find that niche audience that loves Minecraft and shoes.
I was about to say I don't think there's a niche audience for Minecraft, but I guess Minecraft and shoes would be a very specific audience.
It's a Venn diagram that has lots of crossover.
Yeah, it's just like three people that are like chilling in the Minecraft and sneakers.
So, really quickly, if you're still listening to this video, you haven't seen our Third Life episodes yet, let's kind of, recap what Third Life is so that you go and you stop this recording. You don't close the tab, you move to the new tab, and you watch that and you come back. So, Third Life is basically a modified hardcore Minecraft series where everybody gets 3 lives. Your first 2 lives, your objectives are kind of to make friends and get along with everybody, and on your 3rd life, the objective switches because now you're the bad guy. Well, to an extent.
Yeah.
And you can go around, griefing people or killing people because your goal is trying to get people off the server. Because once you lose your last life, you're out. That's it.
Yeah, it's sad times. I'm trying to not lose a life to begin with. I mean, realistically, we should all just be friends on our first life, but that's not how it worked out at all, which is something else. But we get into the recap in just a second.
So, we've kind of talked a little bit, really briefly, about what Third Life is. But let's kind of get into, who's playing on it.
Before we get into that, let's just shout out the inspiration for it. Because it was done by other people. We didn't make the idea. We saw the idea, and then we did our own version.
Do you think that I'm creative enough to come up with my own ideas?
No, that'd be impressive, too.
No, I would definitely want people to go check out. Most of the people on it were Hermitcrafters. There were some that were not. So check out Grian, Scar, and Littlewood, Rendog. I'm gonna miss some names here.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go everyone. I was just gonna say
Cleo,
that group right there.
Dang, that's a long name. I think his name's Scott.
There you go.
That's his YouTube channel. Solidarity Gaming, Big B,
You're
Smallish Beans.
I think you're almost there. Did you get Tango in there?
I didn't get Tango or Etho.
There you go. I think that's almost everyone. Well, all of them are in the
Impulse. I can't forget Impulse.
There you go. All of them are in the original Third Life thing, and that's where we got our idea from. But their season actually just ended right as our season begins, so everyone should just come over from there and check out ours.
Definitely. And, ours may not be as good because they're professional Minecrafters, and we are far from it.
Hey, we've had Minecraft for years.
Well, some people on the server more than others.
Yeah. You'll see by episode 2 where I'm struggling because I have no idea about Minecraft anymore because I haven't played in multiple years.
If people watch my perspective, they're going to see me miss a whole bunch of shield blocks.
Nice. That's impressive.
The combat mechanics aren't there. But so I just got done listing off one list of names, and now I'm going to go over and list another group of names. These names are going to sound completely unfamiliar to you now because most of these people have 20 subs, or some of them don't even have a YouTube channel. But I'll go over them anyways, just because if we're referencing names randomly, people are going to have no idea if we don't go up for the start. So right now, we have 11 people playing in Third Life. There might be a few more that join us in week 2. We're not getting paid for this, and people have lives, so who knows what will happen. But right now,
a few of us might be getting paid for this. You never know. Not me. I'm not one of them. The Twitch streamers.
I'm not it either, but we have me and Noah. We have Alex and Emmy, and I say those 2 names because those are the 2 people that we were kind of with so far. And their in-game names are MC Clap Your Hands and Emmy Honeybee. And then going down the list, it's kind of I'm kind of cheating a little bit here and saying some teams, but we have Samira and Tony, Luke, who is Itcher, and Spencer. And then we have Rutger, who is Scar, and Jamie, Red October.
Don't forget about Dante there.
Well, I forget Dante because he didn't spend much time in it.
Oh, spoilers. It's fine. Everyone should have watched the episode already, so they should know that Dante is already the first one to be eliminated, sadly.
If they've already watched the episode, they're going to get a big kick out of that.
Yeah. There's some great moments already with Dante. At least, I wish we had his perspective. I feel like that would have been an interesting one.
His perspective is recorded.
Is recorded? Okay, good.
I might try to see if there's a clip where you're watching him or I'm watching him. I can grab his perspective and we can throw it into our videos.
There we go. Good.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I just wanted to see how he died because I was nowhere near it.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I got to see most of it unfold.
Dang. Well, technically, I guess I was near. I didn't know you were there either. But we'll start from the beginning, I guess. That would probably make sense, right?
Right. So kind of for some background, we had no idea how long this would go on. This is a newer idea of a series, and even though it's been done once, it's really hard to judge, with our group of people, how long people are going to last.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I did not think anybody would get out on the first day.
I honestly thought there maybe would be an accidental death or something. I think there kind of is one. But I thought maybe that would be the only thing, but I didn't think there'd be as many deaths as there were, just because I mean, personally, I was just trying to stay alive. I want to make it further in the series, so that might be a help of it, but I didn't want to die at all. I was scared of dying. First night I'm sitting in a just a hut because I'm I don't want to die. I'm not even taking any risks today.
Right. I guess it's something that I forgot to mention was that the server is a confined space, and we also have proximity chat on. So instead of using Discord or other voice chats, we're using in-game. So if you're within a certain radius, you get to hear other people, which can lead to fun and engaging interactions. But the first couple nights, there weren't many of those because everybody was hiding.
Well, I mean, really, the first, maybe the second night there was a ton, but also just if you guys have watched the episode, there were some technical difficulties with the proximity chat that
a lot of technical
hopefully we'll figure out for episode 2, so people won't have to be in just groups of 2 and they can talk with everyone. That if you watch the very beginning of the series, the first day, you see everyone running away and everyone being why are we robots in here, which is really, it was something.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, sad times. Also, I feel because we were sitting in the server, I feel the night started very fast because we were mostly the way there as soon as we all broke off. And then I was oh no, we have to figure this out quickly. So it was something.
Yeah, I decided to give a motivational speech. And I may have taken up a fair bit of the day.
Well, we did go to the night once, and then I set it to the game mode 0. Everyone was Hans set it so we don't die. And I was I got it, guys. I think I know what I'm doing here. So that was something.
It's nice to have that additional server op.
Yeah, actually, I've just been spawning myself in stuff the whole time. You'll see that in my perspective. Diamonds just flying in. Everything that I've been finding is just already in my inventory. But go ahead.
That reminds me, I'd be able to see if you were spawning things in.
I think I can see stuff too.
Yeah, you can. Any commands that people are using.
Okay, because I was I am seeing Dante teleport to a lot of people.
Yep.
Okay, that's why I was is everyone seeing Dante teleporting to them?
No, it's just you and me.
Okay.
And it's a bit unfortunate because it definitely clogs up the screen and it kind of breaks the immersion, right?
Yeah.
So I might need to work on that a little bit too, just hiding those messages and the server save messages. They're not needed.
Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but it slightly lags it for 5 seconds. It's not bad. It's but you just don't know it's coming. So then you're doing something and you're whoever you're with, you're are you good? And then they're oh, then it's server save. I'm oh, okay, we're good then.
I probably just need to disable server saving when we're on that map because I don't think it needs to be saved.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, if you die, you die. Really is how the server goes. Or I guess if you die 3 times, you're done. So there's not really too much carryover, I guess.
So maybe that'll save up a little bit on performance.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if you can manually save it after every night, just in case for some reason something goes away.
Yeah.
But do you want to go into what happened for you on the first day? Or I can do me.
Sure. I'll give a quick recap for people. I mean, I don't want to go in like too much detail because hopefully by now you've seen the episode and you know what happened. But just to kind of give
anything you want to explain, stuff like that, is where we could elaborate more on your video.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say that I was slightly biased, but I did have a very, big interest in going to find you right away, and that didn't happen. I was very surprised.
So I was trying to find you. So I was also trying to find you, but off the rip, everyone just like dispersed, and since it was so robotic, you couldn't really find anyone. So I found Alex's character because I knew what I was looking for, and I found him. I was like, let's just go off together because I can't hear anything, and I was just like, just follow me. So we went off, and I was like, okay, I have someone that I can work with. But yeah, I couldn't find you, and then I didn't want to be like typing in coordinates in chat because I felt like that was kind of cheating. To be like, hey, come to these coordinates and I'll find you. So I just was like, we'll find you later. And then we did eventually.
I was by myself for a little bit, and I was kind of narrating and doing my intro. But I ran into, coincidentally, the mountain that I was digging into to hide was the same mountain that Spencer and his friend Luke were digging into. Nice. So they protected me from a lot of mobs on the first night. Very thankful for that. So maybe that gives me in there. Maybe that's an alliance that I should hold on to.
Maybe. I mean, you could just, at this point, I'm trying to just talk to everyone, see where everyone's at. But my first night was a struggle. We went to the village and we just found like one of the spots, but then there was stuff just attacking us from the outside. Like we were safe, and then I just started digging because I was like, I have no resources, so I just started digging like down and making a little mine shaft, but I didn't have any torches, so I was just like blindly doing it, and I stole the torch from the villager's house to like keep moving down. So we eventually figured it out and got a little ahead, but everyone was getting all like the achievements, like upgrading stuff really fast, and I was like struggling. Like I just had like the wood stuff for a little bit. And I was like, I need to find resources like ASAP because I feel like I'm really behind.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was pretty impressed with how fast people were getting upgrades.
Yeah. I thought everyone was going to like, I don't know. I didn't know how much people played Minecraft to begin with. So I kind of was like, are they just going to like walk around, explore a little bit? Especially at the village, I thought people were going to take their time, but people were just kind of like iron, like right away. I was like, okay, I guess we're doing that really fast. Like I didn't even have a chance to explore.
Well, thankfully we got to do that a little bit in the last part of the episode. But once you were at the village, who all was there like to start with? So like from my perspective, like I don't want to like say east and west because that's terrible to say on a a podcast,
it doesn't really work.
In my vision, it was most of the server went one way, and then me, Spencer, Luke, and I think maybe Rutger went.
No, Rutger was with me. Rutger's on my side.
So just the three of us went one way, and you guys went the
other
way.
Well, Alex and I were there first, as far as I know. We were there first, explored it a little bit. It got to nighttime, so we went in one of the huts. And then after we started we went to like the little cave that was like underneath one of the huts kind of thing. And we started exploring there. And then since we have proximity chat on, I heard 3 people above us, and then they started talking, and obviously got a little robotic, but Alex and I were just like trying to find resources and stuff like that because we didn't really have much. And then we were like, all right, we're just gonna build under here, and like this is gonna be our base. And then it got a little crazy, and we dipped out as fast as we could.
I'm really excited to see it from your perspective because I'm gonna flip back to mine now. And as soon as I was done that first night, they kind of wanted to explore, but they decided against it. And Spencer and Luke were like, okay, we're just gonna turn this into our home. So they started building up there, and I wasn't really for that right now. I was only staying there temporarily, so I went off to find my own thing, and I found cows, which instantly in my head I'm thinking, people are going to kill everything trying to get food, right?
See, that's what I was thinking, but I started to farm like right away because I was like, that's the one thing you need. Because I haven't played a ton of Minecraft, and I haven't really played a ton of like hardcore Minecraft ever, so I was like, I need to make sure I have like a reliable source of food.
And since I hadn't seen anybody, I didn't realize that there was a village and that the village had wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess if there was a village that had wheat, that was a dumb thing to say. But I had no wheat that could give cows to like get them inside, so I had to spend the whole second day kind of building up like a temporary farm to like get that. And then I heard that the death happened with Tony. So Tony was the first death on our server.
Well, hold on. Tony died because of the raid, right?
But that was the second death.
He was the second
death was from a skeleton.
Okay, yeah, we were like right below him when he got killed by the first thing, and then the raid happened, which is I feel like going to be one of the major parts of the episode.
It is
because at least it was one of the major parts of the episode. It already happened, but I don't play I haven't experienced anything like that. So then I had no idea. I just saw a little raid thing coming up. I'm like, what is happening? And Alex and I were both underground. Neither of us have played a ton. So we were both just kind of like chilling underground and like, what is happening?
Time to get out.
And we just, we didn't go up for like a whole like day and a half, I feel like, because it was just a raid permanently. And then at one point, I think there's like 2 raiders left and they started going after like Tony and Rucker and they started like fighting them. So we just ran. We dipped out and we were like, all right, started brand new over here. It was nuts. But I think you have a better perspective on the raid than I do.
I'm not sure if it's a better perspective.
You at least have
but
a
as
background.
Soon as the raid happened, that's when I knew it was time to come. So I got as much iron as I could to get as close to having a full iron set, and I took off. I got my things. I'm like, all right, I don't know if I'll come back here. I got the cows heading away, but we'll go. And I ran, and I realized there was a ravine, so it took me a while to get there. And when I got there, Samira and Tony and Rutger were all sitting in this ditch. And I'm like, what's going on over there? And I walked a little bit closer and I saw the raid. I'm like, oh God. And that was right after Tony had just died for the second time to the raid. And come to find out, Tony's just pissed because, first night, he's died twice. No one else has died yet.
Yeah.
And it was because of a raid. Dante had brought bad omen to the village.
He messed up. Yeah, we had no idea what was going on. And the whole time, the 3 that you were talking about earlier were above us, and we were just below them. Like, what is happening? And I got out of the way because proximity chat was messing up. So I was just like, this is insane, and we need to leave. But yeah, I didn't know who started. I don't know what happened. I just know something happened, and it was really confusing.
Yep. So Dante started the raid, and I've actually looked through his footage because I've had the time, and he did not mean to. He thought that he could get a cow and drink milk, say the bucket on him. But he walked too close to range, and as soon as he went in range, it instantly set it off.
Oh, my.
And, Tony thought that was on purpose. So since he was on his red life, he's now able to go and attack people, right?
Yeah.
So when Dante went running back to the town, because he died defending the town that he started the raid in, and that was his first life down, Tony saw him and tried to talk to him, but his mic wasn't working because of the voice chat connectivity. So he threw lava on top of Dante because he thought that Dante was gonna be bad. And so Dante has now died twice. Jeez. Tony's died twice, and Dante comes back mad that Tony killed him, and now Dante's on his red life, so he starts trying to attack Tony, which is when Tony runs away to hide. And I'm running around the village trying to keep everybody from
killing each other on the first episode.
Right. I'm like, guys, let's mediate this. I'm on my green life trying to be nice, but I'm getting attacked by everything that's in the village during this raid. I finally managed to kill it off all except for one because I had decent iron stuff, and the one that was left was the little caster dude, the mage.
Yeah.
And I've never experienced a raid before in Minecraft, which, is bad. But I walked up to try to protect Dante from it, and it did 8 hearts to me. I had 2 hearts left.
Nice.
And that's when Dante died.
Jeez, poor Dante. Yeah, for Dante, first one to go. I was actually not expecting that at all. I thought Dante was going to be one of the big players in here. I thought he was just going to be one of the big players that had everything going, and everyone else was going to be like, oh, we need stuff from Dante. But he's already out. How many? There was a couple yellow lives too that even went down.
There are 2 yellow lives.
There are 2 yellow. That's nuts.
As soon as Dante died, and I almost died, Samira got caught in the raid, and she died. And then the last
end of the episode, literally, we were getting off. We're just going back to our houses, and Jamie just gets shot by a skeleton or something like that.
There was a zombie that was on fire from daytime, and it walked into him and set him on fire.
Oh my, that's a terrible way to go.
And he burnt to a crisp.
Poor guy. Yeah, we were hiding the whole episode and starting our life on where we were. But man, first episode, I was honestly expecting the first episode to be super calm and everyone was just gonna be mining and getting resources, and then all that happened, and I'm like, man, now we have to worry too because there's a red life.
There is.
And I don't really know Tony too much, so I'm trying to sort of avoid Tony, but we'll see.
The nice thing I will say is that they're actually going to be gone next episode, so we have one
Perfect.
episode without a red life.
Perfect. We'll be safe for a little bit. Everyone can be calm and start our whole thing.
But I have something to propose, and I talked about this a lot during my episode. I'm not sure if it's in the video because I have not finished my editing yet. So if you're like, what is he talking about? I didn't see this. Maybe I cut it out. But I've been thinking, and since it was so crazy, my idea is to have first night forgiveness. And what first night forgiveness is it will be a challenge. I'm not sure if it'll be parkour. I'm not sure if you'll have to wager a current life that you're on. I'm not sure what it'll be. But everybody, including Dante, so about the life thing, I don't really know how that would work for him, will have a chance to compete in this competition. And if you succeed in winning the competition, so I'm not sure if it'll pair off against other people or if it'll just be everybody gets one like run through it, you can get a life back. And it's only because it's first night forgiveness.
That'll have to be something. I feel like that might have to go up to the group if you want to everyone do that. Because is it going to be everyone who's lost life or just everyone in general? Because if you could get like a fourth life, that'd be pretty strong. We're basically playing a survivor here is what you're saying. There's the immunity idol. And you can protect yourself from life.
I'm not trying to complicate the rules or anything like that, but I do feel for how crazy things were and
there was no practice either. Like we didn't go. We just went in.
Right.
We just we started it and hoped for the best. And that's, I feel like I would maybe be okay with it. But I don't know if I want them to show up as red, because if they come up as red, then they can just kill you. So I'm like, I feel like there has to be like, if Dante's the one that gets it, there'd have to be some like sort of rule. So he can't just come in and kill everyone. And then we're all like, okay, well now the server's destroyed.
So it's something I think we'll have to vote on and talk about. I'm interested to see if anybody actually listens to this podcast, what they think.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, see what people think about potentially bringing someone back or adding another life to someone. That'd be a little crazy, especially if it's Dante back, because then he'd be playing the game for the first time, basically.
That's true. He didn't get to play the whole session.
No, not at all. He played something. Oh, we didn't even talk about his whispering. Well, you'll see.
I want to know.
You'll see in my episode, but at one point, Alex and I are in our mine, and I'm getting whispers from Dante, and I didn't even know how to whisper back. But I killed a pig. This is how I found out he was like whispering to me. I killed a pig. He said I was being haunted by the pig, and then I was in the mine.
Way.
Yeah, I was in the mine. And he's like, there's diamond in the lava in front of you. And I was like, what? So Alex and I literally spent like probably 20 minutes. It's gonna be a good amount of footage in our thing. Fill it like, and it was a huge thing of lava, like filling it up and like keep breaking blocks and like doing all that to find this lava. And then and after we find it, he just leaves and he's like, he said something and just disappeared and went to you.
That's the most Dante move
I know.
ever.
He was like giving us hints and everything. And I was like, this is great. I didn't know if he was trolling and just expecting us to die or something. But I was
the funny thing about once you die in your third life is most people probably won't come back. Right?
Nah.
They don't want to spectate. But you actually can hear anything that people are talking.
Oh, you can hear the proximity.
Yeah, they can hear, but they can't talk.
Okay, I didn't know if he could hear me because I was talking to Alex and I was like, "Oh, Dante's trolling me, 100%."
Yeah,
nice. That's great. Then that's actually hilarious. That would be kind of funny if Dante was just like a ghost the whole time and just was there.
Well, and see that's a possible prospect too. I just don't want him to get bored. I don't want that.
No, that makes sense. I understand that too.
So I kind of have one last set of questions for you, and that's, I know other than technical things, because those are out of our control for the most part, I'm working on them. What do you want to see happen in the series going forward?
Well, at least from my perspective, I'm going to start exploring a little bit more once we're a little more geared, because I feel like it's watching the actual Third Life one. Once they start like talking and everyone hanging out, basically it gets way more interesting to see what happens, because like if everyone just kind of plays single player Minecraft on their own, it's gonna be a little not interesting. So hopefully on episode 2 everyone kind of starts exploring, especially after exploring towards the end of my episode. You realize how small the map actually is, and it's very easy to avoid death at that point as long as you're kind of smart. So it's pretty good. What about you?
I want to see who's the first person to attempt to go to the Nether. That's number one. Someone will be brave and will venture out.
Probably won't be me. I'm trying to make it to episode 8.
And then the second thing is, and this is kind of a secret in case this comes out. I don't know what day this will come out yet, but I assume probably either this weekend or before the next episode.
Yeah.
Ideally, But I'm excited to see if I can sneak in and sneak some villagers out of the village.
Oh, well, see, this is where it's like, man, you told me that, but it's like metagaming to cheat and be like, are you stealing people? But yeah, I don't know
you can hold that. I've told you now. You can use that
true.
against me.
But I also don't really know too much about villager stuff. So, see, that's where it's like, how selfish do you want to be? We'll have to find out. Episode 2.
What a great transition.
You
Thanks,
see that?
Everybody, for listening to this.
Make sure you guys subscribe to everything just because, check out all our perspectives of whoever's streaming. The links will probably be in the description once all the videos are up, and you'll see who to check out because that will probably help you a lot more than it helps us.
And hopefully we'll get more people on board with recording. I know a few people were streaming and not recording, so.
And more people on the recap because then we can get multiple perspectives. It's just we did the first one basically as soon as we could, so.
Yep, a little test run.
Yep.
Well, I used to do the outros in the podcast, so I'll let you
I
do
did the
this
majority of the outros. You just said, "See you later, everybody." That's what you normally.
You should have left it. See you later, everybody.
You could end it. I paused it. You could end it there.
All right. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.